As someone who replaced a six-figure income by literally making short videos for brands, all without being an influencer, back in 2023, I'm going to share my top tips for how to get started with this. You don't need followers. You don't need to be an influencer. You can get paid to create content for brands. Let's break it down so you can actually do this in 2025 and quit your miserable job like I did. So, if you can't tell by my name, this is called UGC. That's the type of content creator I am. I heard about UGC 2.5 years ago, literally scrolling on TikTok. I was like, what in the heck is this? Looked into it more, made sense, got started. 14 months later, that's when I quit my job. So let's break it down. UGC stands for user generated content. And then, as a UGC creator, if you've never heard of this before, UGC creators get paid to create content, typically short videos, talking about a product or a service, whoever hires you. Create content for these companies that hire you, different brands. And instead of you acting like an influencer, because you're not an influencer, as a UGC creator, you're going to not post it on your own social media account. It's typically not required as a UGC creator. They just need the content. So you're going to, so for example, so say that, so I'm literally doing a UGC deal this week, and I'm actually doing it with my mom, which will be super fun. I'm doing 3 videos, one of them with my mom, the other 2 just me, for a supplement company. They sent me the supplements. I already used their products. I've been using their products for like 5 years. But they sent me these new supplements that they just came out with. I'm going to take those supplements. I'm going to create 3 videos, probably like 40 to 60 seconds long. And instead of me posting it to my own TikTok or Instagram or whatever, I'm just going to send them that content. And what they're going to do with it is they're going to run it as ads across social media for, I think they're paying me for like 90 days to run it. So that's called usage rights. I won't get into that right now, but basically you can charge a little bit more. They're going to run those videos I make for them as ads across social media, all with the goal of obviously selling more of these supplements. So that's what UGC is. You're literally getting paid to create content for brands so that the brands can take that content and use for their own purposes, whether it's just posting organically as an Instagram reel or a TikTok video on a random Wednesday, or they're going to take that content and, again, like this supplement company, they're going to put money behind it and run it as ads across social media. Brands need an insane amount of content. For the average, just typical person scrolling on social media, it's like nobody thinks about this, but the amount of content that brands need to post across all social media platforms on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly basis is mind-boggling. So it's just basically a crap ton of content that brands need to keep up with. One way that they keep up with so much content is by hiring UGC creators like myself. So how in the world do you get started with this? I'm going to share some of my tips that have helped me basically do this full time. But first, I want to tell you I have a free resource. It's not a waste of time. I'll start with that, just because I hate wasting people's time. And I don't make crap and put it out into the world. I just don't. Also, there's fake accounts. Beware. If you comment on this or you follow me or whatever, if anybody DMs you and it looks like me, it's not me. There's fake accounts. They'll try to scam you. This is my only account. Just a heads up. But this free resource will help you get started basically as soon as today with UGC. It's basically a PDF that I created that goes through a little bit more about UGC so you can wrap your head around it. And then also it's a checklist. So it's going to go through the steps on how to get started. Boom, boom, boom. And then I also, because I feel like most people are visual learners, I have a 15-minute video lesson going over basically how to pitch to companies. So that's very important in my opinion. That's how I've landed most of my UGC deals, is by literally just pitching to companies. It's so important to know that. So go, stop this video, pause it, save it in the right hand corner so you don't lose it, because you're gonna want to reference this probably as you're going through your UGC journey and getting up and running. Go get the free checklist. It's in my Stan Store. There's a blue arrow pointing down to my Stan Store link. Click it, click it maybe again. I don't know. Go to my Stan Store, get the free checklist. Start there. Okay, so my top tips. Number one, reach out to companies that you already use their products. So like for instance, like some of my favorite UGC deals have been from companies that I've been using their products for years. Like a footwear company, their shoes like changed the way my feet felt. I was suffering from plantar fasciitis. I have UGC videos that I've done for this company, but I pitched them and it took a little while to convince them, but they hired me for UGC videos, and I did one with my mom, and it was just so great. And I think that it's so important to not ignore pitching to companies that you already love and you use their products. It is so valuable for companies to do that. So because you're already a customer of theirs and it's going to come across more authentic, you don't have to only reach out to companies. Like for instance, I want some furniture for our house, okay? So right now I'm pitching to furniture companies because I want free furniture, plus I want to get paid to create content for them. So keep that in mind. So number one, focus on the brands you already love and use their products because that's really valuable to you and the brand. Number two, pay attention to ads that you're seeing across social media. So when you go to Facebook or when you go scrolling on Instagram, particularly those two platforms, they know us so well, right? They stock everything we do. So use, basically what you're going to want to do is like set a timer if you have to for like 20 minutes. Go to Instagram, scroll through Instagram. Don't pay attention to anything except the ads you're seeing. Those products and services that are being advertised to you, because Facebook and Instagram know us so well, those are going to be most likely things that you're interested in. So if they're advertising on social media, they're spending money on social media, advertising to you and your demographic, that is a perfect starting point, brainstorming session for you to get ideas, screenshot it, follow them, DM them right away. Just to get a good list going of companies that you could reach out to. Also, inside the free checklist, I have an Instagram DM script template that you can use. I landed my second UGC deal by literally just starting the conversation with a beverage company via Instagram DM. So again, go get the free checklist. It will help you so much. Okay, so next, know that you're gonna maybe suck at content like UGC videos in the beginning. And I always recommend people who are brand spanking new to UGC to view some UGC example videos so you know what kind of content you're gonna be creating, right? So if you go to my profile, there's a pinned video. I have 3 UGC example videos that I've been hired to do for brands. Watch those videos because then you're going to visually see what you're going to be creating. You'll get some ideas. And then also you'll get some ideas about how to, add videos and what kind of videos you're going to want to put inside your portfolio. Portfolio tends to freak people out, but you're basically just going to go to Canva, type in a website portfolio, or even UGC portfolio. I'm pretty sure if you type that in, they'll come up with some templates. Choose a template, make it your own, put like 4 or 5 video examples inside your portfolio so that it's just a central place that when you do pitch to a company and you link your portfolio, they can find out a little bit more about you and they can see some of your work. And again, your first videos are not going to be super duper amazing probably if you're brand new to content creation, but you're going to get better and better as you go. It's so important to remember that. I feel like so many people are like, oh, I'm going to suck at it, so I'm not going to start, or I've never done content creation in the past, so I'm not going to start UGC. Literally, that's how everybody starts. So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace. Just make some content, get a portfolio up, and start pitching to companies. In addition, you should also join some apps. You could make a Fiverr gig. I have a whole lesson inside my video course, the Ultimate UGC course. My friend, who's the 6-figure UGC creator on Fiverr, did a whole guest training about how to set it up and be successful and get brands to find you. It's working super, super well for my students. But join Fiverr. Go on apps like Incense, Billow, B-Roll. Join platforms like Vidsy, Backstage, Breakfast.io. There's so many platforms that you could create profiles. Brands Meet Creators is a great one. Join their newsletter. Just start connecting with brands. I'm running out of time, but UGC changed my life. been doing it for 2.5 years. I can't believe it replaced my 6-figure income, and this is the life I get to live. I'm obsessed with UGC, and if you go watch my videos, you'll see that. But start with a free checklist.